This is a demonstration of the All-American Wellness Dual Laser System prototype. Power switch is on the left. When you turn it on, you will notice there's no laser activity yet. You'll notice to the top of the unit, the battery indicator is a solid emerald green. That will change in color depending on the quality of the battery. As it goes from green to kind of a pukish yellow to amber to orange to finally red is the condition of the battery. It does use 4 medical grade Samsung lithium batteries, so it should run for 2 to 3 weeks of constant 8-hour day use before it needs to be charged. But you just watch it every time you turn it on, make sure you're in the green. You will see 2 meters here. One is for the red laser, and one is for the blue laser. The top figures are the frequencies, so if you look, you can see the red laser is set for 6 cycles or hertz, and the blue laser is set for 9. To turn the unit on, you use the high and low buttons. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the high button. Each click gives you 12% more power. There's 12%, 25%, 37%, and so on. I'm going to turn them all the way up to the top so you have a nice clear picture for the camera. So, as you can see, both lasers are pulsating right now. The red is pulsating at 6 hertz and the blue is pulsating at 9 hertz. You can change the frequency independently. Like in the blue, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lower the frequency so you can see the pulsing is going to be lower. You can see here the blue is only pulsing at 1 cycle. And 1 cycle means that it's 1 hertz. Of that time, if you see the 50%, that means 50% of that cycle is on, 50% is off. We call that pulse width or load time. So you can change it so without changing the frequency, I can change the load time, for example, from 50% to 36%. Now you can see what's happening is that it's staying on longer. The load time is much lower. If I set it all the way down, for example, to 25%, you can see that the blue light is on 75% of that cycle and off 25%. Most of the time, you're probably just going to leave it at 50%, which is kind of a natural square wave or natural sine wave anyway. But the advantage of this is that you can also turn the laser completely on or completely off. For example, if I set the load time all the way down to 100%, it's off 100%. You can see the blue laser is off altogether now. Of course, you can do the same thing with the red laser. Now I'm adjusting the load time all the way down to 0. At 0, you can see now, since there is no load time, now the laser's on all the time, so that's constant power. So that just gives you an idea how you can operate the lasers independently of each other, both for frequency and pulse width. Now, I'm going to show you some other features of the unit. You have a quick disconnect to your medical grade aviation quality connector. Pull the ring comes off, put back in. When it snaps in, it's strong enough to hold the unit, but you can easily pull it out anytime you want. Of course, you've already seen the holder. And on the back, you've got a belt clip so you can wear it on your belt while you're treating a patient. Now I'm going to show you the charging feature. Let me put this on the side. On the side of the unit, you will see 2 charging jacks. Your standard 2.1 millimeter jack is for the supercharger, which comes with this unit. It'll charge it fully in less than 2 hours. If you don't have that handy, you can charge it with any cheap cell phone adapter through the micro USB here. Now, for example, I've got an old discarded Roku charger and cable, and I'm going to charge the unit by plugging it in like so. You can see that while it's charging, the white charge light does come on. If it flashes, that means that either the cable is too poor quality to handle the current or the adapter may not be big enough, so it should not be flashing when you're charging. Another thing to keep in mind too is that it only charges at room temperature. If you try charging it on a cold day, it will be flashing. That's just the idiosyncrasy of the Texas Instruments integrated circuit that we use for charging. So it needs to be room temperature, 65, 70 degrees and above to charge correctly. So that's pretty much it. That's all the features and nice show of how the first prototype of the All-American Wellness Dual Laser System works.